Hey, another quick update from Daryl on my 81 Chev restore, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. Just tonight, I'm just doing a small job. I'm going to be patching another piece inside of the windshield molding area here. You can see that it's all crusty in there, really bad. I'm really not looking forward to doing this corner here. That's going to be fun. But anyways, so we're going to do this little spot right here tonight. Right there. Last night we did the patch over here. Turned out not too bad. So the first step we're going to do, I thought I'd walk you through a little bit more. Took a piece of cardboard and I just put it on there. You can see it kind of gets the angle and then bend it over, and that tells me how thick I need my piece of metal. So down here I have my metal, and I'm gonna square it off because I cut it crookedly last night. And then I took this and then another square. And I just used my shear here from Princess Auto. This thing works great. Sure, I lose a little bit of metal, but it makes such a nice, easy cut. Okay, so I didn't show me beating the metal into the profile, but here it is before I weld it in. So you can see I matched the back face there and then bend it around. I did it closely on my vise using different diameters of rod. I got that smaller diameter and I got the larger diameter here onto the vise, and I just tap, 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 tap. And I got it close, and then what I did was I took the vice grips and I clamped it to the back flange, which it has a bit of a bow into it because of the windshield as well as the front. But once I was clamped in there, I just took my wee hammer and over and over for a while, and you can see I got the profile pretty close. I might be off a wee bit. I'm gonna do a little more hammering. I think it needs to be a little more flat at the top side here. But I'm gonna work it a little bit more, and then I'll cut out the rust and start welding in the new piece. So I forgot to show you, I cut the piece out and behind. As you can see, we're fitting fairly flush there. The vice grips are holding it up against the back flange, and I left some material in this bottom side along here. You can see, because if you look from this side, you can see it's not sitting flush with the top surface like it is up here, but not down here. That's because a technique that I saw online, but a guy named Fritz or something, so I tack it along the top here, and then I take the grinding disc and I cut it. That way I have a perfect gap all along there, and then it'll pop right into the profile of the truck. You'll see in a minute. I'm gonna tack this up and then I'll show you. So you can see I have tacked it on both sides, and then I took my grinder and I sliced it right along the edge of the steel, my replacement plate, and that gives me a nice gap. Probably a little too wide this time, so a bit. But then I just reach inside and I pull out the piece that's left over. But just like that. Now it pops right in, and you can see that. See, it just fell right into where it's supposed to be, nice and flush with the original steel. And now I just go and I tack it all in. So I'm calling it quits for tonight. You can see I have it all sort of tacked in there. The gap is a little bigger than I really like it to be, but the welds are coming along okay. It's non-structural, so it'll be fine. Yeah, but that's it. We'll keep going, and then we'll be back tomorrow and we'll do a little bit more, and maybe we can start tackling the next spot along there too. It'd be nice to get that finished by the end of the next 3 days or so, maybe less. Okay, later.